Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning show with Dave and Phillip. Hey, I'm glad that you've joined us today, but I have a question for you. Have you downloaded the free report on retirement strategies? Then it's time you do. All you have to do is text the word retirement to 863-285-3815. I guess it'd help if I bring it up on the screen, wouldn't it? There we go. Text the word retirement to 863-285-3815 or click the link right above this post. What are you waiting for? It's free. Do it right now. Hey, Dave will be with us in just a moment. Looking forward to his input today.
Joe is there. It's 8:39 now, 21 before 9. Check in on your money. Find out how your IRA and 401k are doing this morning. How is retirement treating you? Let's go downtown to the offices of Statler Financial Services and find out. Phillip Statler's on the line. Phillip, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Dave. Doing well today. It's hump day, halfway through the week. So I'm sure a lot of people out there are looking forward to the weekend coming up here shortly.
Absolutely. I think the rain will hold off a little over the weekend, too. For the next 3 days, we gonna get wet. Halfway through halfway through the week, and about halfway through a real flood of earnings going on now. Yesterday turned out to be a pretty good day. Dow was up 177. Standard & Poor's up by a little over 20. NASDAQ up by 47. Everything pretty much up by 0.5% or more. Figure we had a roll going. And then on comes Boeing and Caterpillar, and suddenly everything turns red on us. As earnings season continues, a couple of blue chips are really weighing things down, aren't they?
Well, they really are, and I think most people realize that Boeing would not be where they thought they would be, but it was actually worse than expected because the analysts had expected Boeing to have at least some profit. They expected them to come in like $1.87 a share. Well, they actually lost $5.82 a share. So that's a pretty big swing when you start looking at it. Now, when I first started looking at Boeing probably about 30 minutes ago, it wasn't taking a big hit. I mean, it was down like less than 0.5%. It has increased that downside a little bit to being down almost 1% right now.
Wowzers. Yeah, I mean, that's got to hurt, going from expecting a small profit to making a pretty substantial loss. And even with the warning that they put out earlier in the week, I don't think anybody expected that. That's a surprise. But then again, something you mentioned at the outset, everybody expected Boeing to hurt this quarter, and everybody expects Boeing to figure it out and come back. So they're probably not getting whacked quite as badly as they would if it was something that indicated a systemic problem.
Well, probably so, but I tell you, I was reading a couple other things, and I guess they're working on their and so this whole thing with the
textbook article as to how to not handle orders that are getting canceled. That's borderline textbook poor handling of a PR problem that was a legitimate disaster.
Yeah, it definitely was. And so Boeing's obviously one piece of what's happening to the Dow this morning. Caterpillar's another big problem. The heavy equipment maker, they missed also on earnings per share. They came in at $2.83 a share. Analysts expected them to come in at $3.12. Revenue was basically in line, though, with everybody had expected. And so you kind of wonder, okay, what's going to really be the issue there with Caterpillar? But it's getting beat up pretty bad this morning because hey, another component that we've got there for the Dow component, which is probably putting pressure on is AT&T. AT&T, they matched Wall Street's forecast as far as earnings per share. Their revenue even beat the estimates. But here's the deal. You know, we talk about the metrics, right? And so, AT&T, their wireless and their media business had a great quarter, but they lost 1 million pay TV subscribers.
Ooh.
Yep. So that was a big deal for them. And so they're trading down about 0.25%, but anything down on the Dow, given the other two components, is going to be problematic.
Ain't nothing going to help when you've got that many that are falling. Your point taken. I mean, we need some positives. Is UPS part of the Dow? I gather they had a decent report.
They did, and I honestly don't remember if they're part of the Dow or not.
I can't. I'm looking for bright spots because I'm a naturally optimistic person, and I'm not finding that many today.
So UPS also reported they beat expectations by about 4 cents a share. Revenue was above forecast, so some good things there. But I think what's really pushing UPS today is their announcement that in 2020 they will do the same as FedEx. They will be delivering 7 days a week going forward, starting in January of 2020. And so I guess that 7-day service means more revenue coming in, they assume, because more deliveries on Saturday and Sunday. Now the question will be, are you going to have to pay extra for overnight Saturday and Sunday delivery? If they're delivering 7 days a week, I would think not. So that may raise income right there based on that. People will be able to have things delivered whenever they want to.
Intriguing.
Yeah, so UPS is trading up about 4.25% this morning.
Yeah, I was going to say they're among this is one of those weird days, Phillip. I'm looking at my big winners and big losers list. My smallest among the big losers is down 5.5%. And my smallest among the big winners is up by over 3%. There's some wild changes this morning, and that's a lot of it because of all the earnings reports that are coming out.
Yeah, you're right. There are. There's a slew of them today coming through. We've got Hilton coming in. They beat by about 4 cents a share. Also, revenue top forecast. They've been helped by steady travel demands. They did change their full year forecast when it comes to room revenue per room, and they lowered the high end. They raised the low end, but they lowered the high end, and so they're not getting hurt real bad this morning. They're basically even this morning, but they were up quite a bit. So some of the analysis coming through is starting to put a little damper on them.
All righty. I know that we've got a big credit card company that also reported. Most of us have a Visa in our pocket. Are they making a lot of money off of us this quarter?
Well, they did come up pretty well. They beat by 5 cents a share on their earnings. Revenue beat the forecast, and they, more people are spending money using that Visa card. They appreciate that. They're showing about a 9% jump in U.S. payment volume, that's a pretty healthy increase there.
Absolutely.
And so they're trading up this morning. If I can hit the right button now, actually they're not. They were up last time I looked, but they've kind of slidden this morning. They're down about 0.4%, and that may be profit taking, Dave, because they're up pretty close to their 52-week high right now.
Either that or some investor found a metric that you and I haven't thought of, and they don't like that. One or the other, right?
Well, that could be true. I want to talk about two more that we've talked about. Well, Chipotle we've talked about a lot because they've had all kinds of issues over the last couple of years. But they actually had a great quarter. They beat by a little over 20 cents a share. Revenue was above estimates. They're really encouraged because same restaurant sales jumped 12%. I mean, that's an incredible number right there.
It really is.
Yeah, so some good things there with Chipotle. They're up about 3% this morning before we get things trading. And I'm going to tell you, the big loser of the day, the prize goes to iRobot. Yeah, and I actually can't find their quarterly numbers. I can find their annual numbers, so I don't know if this is their fourth quarter of reporting, and so they're actually reporting their whole year sales, or if they've just adjusted their guidance. But they're getting beat up incredible today because they've really lowered their guidance significantly for this year. They're really blaming it on trade issues with China being a big problem. They're down almost 18% this morning.
Holy crud. I think part of it might be, I know that just tech gossip and whatnot, a bunch of their engineering people quit, started a competing company, and are selling robot vacuum cleaners that look just like iRobots for about half the price. That doesn't help either, does it?
No, that really doesn't help. You're right.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, wild swings on the stock market. Net, I'm seeing, well, yeah, I got to call it red ink this morning. 45 minutes early. Let's quantify it, Phillip. How bad is it today?
Well, it's not earth-shattering, but we are down in the red across the board on the indexes. The Dow's down about 1/3%, $94. The S&P 500 is down about 1/4 point to 3,001. We got the Nasdaq down about 1/3%, down 28 3/4. We've got gold picking up just a little bit, up about 1/4%, and then we've got silver continues to move forward. It's up about 0.6% to $16.59 an ounce right now. And then we got crude oil heading back up, Dave. It's up to $56. Actually, just switched to $57 even right now.
Well, poop. Never want to hear that. World markets overseas, Asian rim generally up this morning. Germany's also up, but it looks like England has sobered up a little bit and realized who they've got for a prime minister now. They're off by 0.8% this morning, halfway through their day. Phillip, somebody want to find out how to stabilize their retirement and get some advice as to what to do with money. Stock market is running weird lately. How do I get a hold of you for some advice?
It is, Dave. Hey, let me ask you a question. How many folks out there have downloaded our free report on retirement strategies? If not, do it right now. Text the word retirement to 863-285-3815. And then it's a great time to have a financial x-ray analysis of your current portfolio. To schedule that appointment, call our office at 382-0037 and then join us every weekend for the Statler Financial Radio Show, noon on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Sunday mornings on News Talk 730 a.m.
All righty, which streams at newstalk730am.com. Phillip, thank you so much, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good, Dave. Thanks. You have a great afternoon.
Thank you, my friend. It's 105.7 Light FM and Statler Financial Services, Phillip Statler.
Again, have you downloaded your free report on retirement strategies? If not, it's a must-have report. Do it right now before you forget. Text the word retirement to 863-285-3815. Facebook, click the link right above this video to get your free report. Let's get started right now. Have a great day. I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow.